So as we're getting ready for our next trip, I thought I'd share some of the behind the scenes of how we pack. Now, it's dependent upon whether we're staying in a hotel or staying in Airbnbs. In this case, for our trip to Greece, we're staying in a Airbnb in one location, staying in a hotel at another, but they're also in Europe. And there are some niceties that we like to have when we're traveling that sometimes aren't available or can't really be dependent upon in hotels in Europe. Um, so what we typically do is when we do stay in hotels, we take up a lot of the soaps and things that are given to us. When we see sales on travel uh, toiletries, we pick those up, and then we keep them in these little bins. So what I'll usually do when we get ready for a trip, I'll pull them all out, and some of them I've already taken them out of the containers, the boxes, just because it's easier to kind of go through them. And then this is what happens. So I'll go through and I'll select things that I want to keep in my backpack or my carry-on. So I typically will take like a pack of wipes for wiping down tables and restaurants and things, particularly at the airports. And then they're kind of down here at the bottom, but we have a lot of these individual use hand sanitizers. These are kind of nice because you basically snap it in half and it comes out. So, but I'll take a few of these and I'll put them in my backpack. I'll also take a couple of these as well and put them in my backpack, especially if it's an overnight flight, because these are great for kind of brushing your teeth between flights. Maybe sometimes even take a couple of these little Listerine tablets with me. And I'm not showing it here, but one of the things that we do have a lot of are these little dime bags. So the dime bags are great, not just because it makes me feel like a gangster. Let me see if I can open it here. But each one of these little bags are perfect size for, say, taking vitamins or items that you want to pack, but you don't really want to have a large container for them. But so I'll sometimes take like the little Listerine tablets and put those in here. It's very easy to carry. And then, of course, we have flushable wipes and portable toilet paper, because again, especially in some places in Mexico and in Asia, sometimes they won't actually have toilet paper. So we have those with us, and we'll take those sometimes in our backpack if we know that we have time in an airport before we'll have our full luggage. Tooth materials, so toothpastes. Sometimes when we're at a hotel and they'll give us these little dental kits, we'll take these. If we're going on a short trip, sometimes it's easier just to take one of these little dental kits that has a toothbrush and toothpaste and some floss in it. And when we're done, we just throw it away rather than bringing it back. Very rarely do we take our existing toothbrush. We'll actually, especially when they have them on sale on Amazon.com, we'll go ahead and buy a bunch of them and then just take them with us and throw them away when we're done. Soaps. So surprisingly, most of the hotels nowadays have the pump that's on the wall, which is fine. But for us, sometimes we like to have hand soap, especially for washing our hands, or to take with us, again, depending upon where we are, have a little bar that we have in our backpacks with us. This is just a little portable deodorant, little shaving kits, various types of bug sprays. So depending upon where we're going, we'll have that. And then all manner of sunscreen. We'll usually have one that we'll keep in the hotel. And then when we're out and about, we'll use these little ones that have the carabiner on them and put them on our backpacks. I'm the one who always has all the different types of lotion because I don't like being ashy. Things for cleaning our glasses. Wipes for if you get any type of food or stains on your clothes. Little first aid kit. And then other different types of facial wipes. These are great deodorant wipes. I like to use these, so if we're out hiking all day, and before we get back to the hotel or the Airbnb, I can use one of these to wipe down. And then, of course, a little thing of dish soap if we need that. And this is something that we actually do keep in our backpacks if we know that we're going to be doing a hop-on, hop-off bus or taking a walking tour where they give you earphones. Those earphones never stay in our ears. So we actually do keep a pair of really inexpensive earphones for ourselves that fit nicely into our ear. And we actually use those rather than the ones that they give us because they just kind of suck. So, so then I'll do that for myself, and Stephanie will do the same thing for herself because there's things that she likes to keep for herself. And then I'll take a few of these items and actually put them into our luggage. So in the luggage, we'll usually go a lot more of these. So when we get to an Airbnb or get to a hotel, I'll usually just take them out and put them in a stash by the door. So we can always put a few in our pockets before we leave. Same thing with the bug spray and these little wipes. These little wipes actually work quite well, so we'll have those as well. So this is a little behind the scenes on how we pack. Depending upon how much it is, we do have one of these containers like this that I'll go ahead and fill it up in there and put it into my luggage. Sometimes if it's just a shorter trip, we'll just put it into a plastic bag and put it into our luggage that way. So maybe this is something that people can learn from, but this is just one of the things that we do to try to make our packing a little bit more comfortable or a little bit more convenient for what we need on the trips. Oh, and one thing I did also forget, I'll kind of come back into this room here where you can see our staging area, is washcloths. And the reason why we have washcloths is because surprisingly, particularly in Europe, they don't use washcloths. You'll have hand towels and you'll have bath towels, but you won't have washcloths. So we like having washcloths for our face, and so we'll typically go to like a Walmart and just pick up. I think I picked up a pack of 18 for like $6, and we'll just use them and then put them in the laundry there for the host to wash them, and they can keep them for other guests or throw them away, whatever they decide to do with that. And if we're going to places that we know are probably less likely to have the number of towels that we prefer, especially in like Mexico, if we're going to be there for a week or so, we'll do the same thing where we actually have a stash of really inexpensive towels, and we'll usually take 2 or 3 with us because they'll usually give you one towel and one hand towel per guest. So having one towel and one hand towel for a whole week is that's a little bit more rough living than we like to have. So be interesting to have your comments on what everyone else does in terms of planning and what you take with you when you're staying, whether it's at a hotel or at an Airbnb. But this kind of gives you a little bit of insight on our process. Bye.